Hello everyone and welcome back to my island Cottontail. This is my 25-day island that we're building because we hit 25k subscribers on YouTube, so thank you so much. And here we are on day 2. So if you haven't seen day 1, I do suggest you go see it. We built a beautiful entrance and I kind of explained the theme for the island. So we're doing cottagecore, but it's just for rabbits. So you're going to see a lot of rabbit themed things, mainly carrots, because we all know rabbits, carrots, kind of predictable together. So that's why I wanted to do it. Now, before we get into today's build, I would love it if you could subscribe, help us get to our next milestone, which is 30,000 subscribers. Come and join the Jelly Bean family. You'll love it here, I promise. So I was thinking maybe we should do resident services today since it's basically part of the entrance too. It's very, very close to my entrance and I've already done the front part of it. But obviously no, my brain decided to change its mind. And instead of doing our beautiful resident services, we're going to be tackling just the right side today. Yep. That's what we're going to be doing. Remember in the last video, I did this spot of terraforming. I mean, you should remember, it was yesterday, I remember. But we did this spot of terraforming. I just want to shape it a little bit more so we know what we're working with, because I do want to stick an incline up there so that it goes down to this lower part. Also, I don't think I realized how small this spot of terraforming is. You'll see it when it's finished. Like, it's very tiny. I do not know what I'm going to stick up there. I don't have a clue. Because my intentions are to have an incline there where I've made that little space, and also an incline down the front so you get to the beach, but it's kind of pointless because you can just walk around. But I don't know, maybe I'll end up changing that towards the end of my island process, who knows, because this is using up 2 inclines, so I don't know how many inclines I'm going to need for my whole island. Probably quite a few, because I have a few ideas of going like up and down with the terraforming, so I don't know if this bit will change or not. But anyway, let's go to resident services. Let's go and get our incline from Mr. Nook. This is our first incline. Yes, it is. It's our first incline on the island because we didn't do one for the entrance, did we? I'm gonna go with the log staircase because I think I like the color scheme the most. It will go the best with our island. And I've said it once before and I'm gonna say it again. I do hope that in our new game, when we do eventually get a new game, that we can customize the staircases and the bridges. Like, I don't mind only having a certain amount of types of bridges, but let us change the color. There's the metal one, which is blue, and I would love to be able to change the color of it to like orange or yellow or red, or maybe even pink, or maybe even make it not metal, like make it wood. I don't know. I would really like more customization options in things like I said, the inclines and the bridges, and also the buildings. So resident services let us change maybe the flooring, or change the building colors, change the building exteriors so that it fits more in with our themes. I'm hoping that Nintendo have seen our videos and our Instagrams and the passion that the community has for customization and creating themes for islands. And I hope they really take note and go, you know what, we're going to add more customization options, as well as of course improving other things such as the villagers, because I think the villagers definitely need more. They need to interact with the furniture more and their surroundings, and just being more realistic, I guess. Well, hopefully with a new powerful console and a new generation of game, we'll get all the things that we want. We can dream. But right, I'm just putting down some of this dirt code, and yes, I have been yapping over the top of the whole process. And then on top of the dirt code, I was thinking I'm going to use this border all the way along, and I was like, wait, maybe we could be a little bit different, a little bit less predictable, and instead extend the in-game dirt path up and down resident services, and then use that border. You'll see what I'm doing. It's easier for me to show you than to explain. I'm not good at explaining anything. If you've been here a long time, of course, thank you so much. And you know at this point what I'm trying to say without me even saying it properly. I feel like you understand, you get me. You know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, the ramblings are getting too much. Even I don't know what I'm talking about now. We want to put a border just around this whole piece. We're not going to do it down to the right side. We're just going to do it all around here. So let's get our corners in. Let's get all the little straight pieces in. And like I said, it's just going to be a block of, I don't know what I was thinking when I did this, but I like it. Of course, I've seen the end results because I'm voicing over this video after I've recorded the build. By the way, I seem to have a fascination with recording the build and then doing the voiceover after again. I used to do this back when I started my channel, and honestly, I feel like by doing this, my builds have definitely improved. I feel like I can concentrate more instead of trying to remember to talk, which sometimes is hard to do and sometimes it's not. It depends what type of mood I'm in. If I'm in a very chatty mood, I can probably talk forever, but I feel like I can concentrate more if they're both separate things. Anyway, that doesn't mean anything to anyone who doesn't make videos or YouTube videos or anything like that. You're probably just like, yep, okay girl, whatever you say. Anyway, we've just popped in some of that grass code. I'm actually extending my brick onto our little other part. I don't know what to call it. Honestly, I don't know. Anyway, we extended the brick on there. I am going to cover the awkward bits with leaf piles because leaf piles are our savior. They truly are. I love them. If you're not using leaf piles on your island, you're missing out. Whether you use cherry blossom petal piles or the fall leaves or the red ones or the green one, which is the one I'm going to be using, you're missing out because they will help you cover those awkward, weird sort of gaps you've got with your path laying. So yeah, just cover it with leaf piles if it looks weird, or wheat field. To be honest, if you've got weird little areas, gaps between pathways, you can also use wheat field. Another item that I truly recommend if you're not using it. Now you might be thinking, but the wheat field looks like wheat. Not if you change it to the color green, it looks like tall grass. Anywho's, enough about wheat field and green leaf piles. We need to put a building in here. I decided to go with a tailor shop. Originally I was going to go with Nook's Cranny, but this space is really not big enough for Nook's Cranny. I feel like with Nook's Cranny I'd need a big old space to put exactly what I wanted there, but let's do a bit of time traveling, and here is Able Sisters in place. Perfect. It's not in line with our stairs, but honestly, I don't mind. I think there's a time and place for it to be in line, right? Also, finished off the terraforming, there's where our other staircase is going to go towards down the beach. See what I mean? It's so small. It's not even big enough for a house. Don't have a clue what I'm going to do with that area. I'm sure I'll figure it out later. Also think using 2 inclines is a waste of time and a waste of resources. Not resources, but you know what I mean. We're only allowed 10 inclines on our island. It's a waste of an incline. So might end up taking that away. Who knows? We'll see towards the end. But anyway, enough about inclines because I could just rant about those and how we need more, but how I shouldn't use more. Anyway, let's just make a start on Able Sisters. So I'm going to be putting our dirt code down just so that everything is joined. But I do experience a little issue in a second. As you can see, when we put our wood code on top, it forms into the shape of the underneath dirt, but the next piece doesn't. So those are end pieces that I've got on the end, and these are the middle pieces. So I just decided to get rid of the end dirt code bits, and I'm just going to put it down on the grass. It'll look so much better. You'll see what I mean when we get to it. Like, I know I could probably just be without the end pieces, but honestly, no. If the end pieces are available with the tiny little screws on, you bet I want to use them. They're there. I need them. So yes. Anyway, we're doing some more decking around the right side of Able Sisters. I am going to make a small little sewing spot. I feel like at this point, if you're not giving the Able Sisters a sewing spot outside, what are you doing? No, I'm joking. You do whatever you like outside your Able Sisters. I personally just love having little sewing spots for them. I think it's super cute and adorable and definitely on theme for them both. Just like for me, the vertical board fence is definitely on theme for me. I feel like I use this on every theme that I do. It works on every theme. And if you don't believe me, try it yourself. But we're using the white version behind Able Sisters because it matches the door and like the framing around the building itself. And I want to bring it all the way along to our pathway kind of. And of course we're going to stick some trees behind there. We need a little bit of height going on. Also, we're not going to be decorating the peninsula today. I'm going to leave that for when I do the beaches, which I am going to be doing the beaches. I kind of have an idea what I want to do for the beaches. I know a lot changes within a small space of time. I think I know what I want to do. I think incorporating what is already on the land onto the beach as well is definitely going to help me when it comes to decorating those. So yep, that's what I'm going to do. Now we're going to do a little bit of fencing around here. We got our simple garden fence, which is in brown, but let's be honest, it looks like orange, and also our hedging. I love putting 2 different fences together, especially if it's hedging and something else. Don't know why. Just like doing it. Right, we need to quickly make a quick stop into resident services because I need to buy the in-game dirt path. Now, not the light one that we've already got. We need this dark dirt path because instead of, I don't know, putting seating here, I was deciding that I want to put a little flower garden because I like the villagers and the NPCs to have a little story to them. Maybe the Able Sisters' hobby is gardening. Maybe they like looking after flowers. That's why there's so many flowers on the island, because they're just thriving because the Able Sisters are looking after them. That could be kind of a cute little story story. They're secret little gardeners as well as fashion stars. I don't know. But anyway, I've used all the colors that I'm using on my island, and I'm also going to pop in a little log bench with a little watering can on too. And here's Yarn. She's still here. She's so cute. I'm not going to be happy when I have to boot her out, but I know some of you are going to say, well, why don't you just keep her? She's not a rabbit. The rules are to my island that all my villagers must be rabbits. So unfortunately, she has to go. She can go on a different island, I'm sure, in the future. It's not like this is my last ever island I'm doing. And now something I always forget to do outside my Able Sisters is pop down some clothes that have actually been made by some creators. I should have these in the description down below. I hope I've written them down there. If not, I'll do my best to find the codes if I've lost them. But I did have the same dress that I'm wearing and also a cute little rabbit sweater. But now we need to make a start on the sewing area on the right side of Able Sisters. We're going in with our old-fashioned sewing machine. Also my favorite table in the game, which is the project table. And if you didn't know, the project table is actually a DIY, so it makes it 10 million times better. On top of the project table, we have a sewing project and also a stack of clothes with a cute little rabbit on the shirt. I don't really want to fill this area out too much, but we're going to pop in a few little boxes like shoe boxes. We've also got the little sewing box there, more shoe boxes, of course. And I don't want to clutter it out too much. I do want you to be able to get into there. Now, I love these flower planters. I can't remember what they're called. Are they actually called flower planters? Never remember the technical name of anything in Animal Crossing, hardly ever. But I do love those. They look so beautiful. This island definitely is going to have a lot of flowers. I think cottagecore and flowers go hand in hand. Also a garden bench. Oh, I love the garden bench so much. Now we're going to extend our road code down towards our incline here. So of course we're going to put some more of that in-game dirt path down, and then on top put the bricks. Originally I was going to have this just 2 wide, but I think I'm going to extend it. Let's make it 4 wide instead, and then we can put some items on here, maybe even some fencing. I do like the fencing to be put on top of something quite a lot of the time. It just fills the area a little bit more, makes it a little bit more structured. I don't know, I just prefer it. But there we go, there's the 4 squares. Of course we need to add some trees in, and look at me go. Stunted tree in the 2nd episode. She's on a roll. She is. Let's see if we can get one in every episode where possible, of course, because maybe we don't need a stunted tree for one of the episodes, so I'm not going to force a stunted tree into the build. Now I know I said I'm not decorating the peninsula today, but I will decorate kind of a little walkway to the peninsula, so it kind of, pushes me when I do go to decorate this area, but like, oh, copy the same vibes as what I was already doing. We are going to put in this little code that makes it look like we've got some steps. This one has beautiful flower decorations along the edge. It's just perfect for my island. I love flowers. In case you didn't know, I do. I love flowers. My favorite flower is a sunflower. I also really like daisies, but flowers in general, I just love them. And if I had a garden, which currently we do not have a garden because we live in a flat. If we had a garden, you bet I'd probably have loads of plants and flowers, and there would probably be Super Bean member vlogs about plants and flowers, and we'd take trips to garden centers and we'd do all sorts of growing and planting. Oh my gosh, it'd be amazing. A girl can dream. That is a future me. Future me will be doing that. Yes, she will. I mean, I know I could have plants in the flat, but not with Socks around. So Socks is my cat, and he will chew, he will knock things off. And I've had a plant before, and he knocked it straight off. That plant died. So yes, I can't have indoor plants. It's such a shame. But outdoor plants I will one day when we have a garden, and I'll be so happy. And I'll bring you along my plant journey. Right, anyway, back to decorating. I've got this little basket bag thing. Also, this street lamp, I love it. With the little hanging basket design. It looks so precious. Whoever came up with the idea to design hanging things for those street lamps, you're a genius. Honestly, there's so many different designs as well. There's not just hanging baskets. There's like extra lights. There's festive ones. There's ones for all seasons pretty much, even Halloween. It's perfect. Honestly, the creativity of this community is only going to get even more better when the next game comes out. I know it is. I feel like there's going to be a surge of people who obviously return to the game because there'll be a new one, or maybe even a surge of people that will return to New Horizons when a new game is announced that it's being worked on. Either way, I cannot wait to see what the community comes up with design wise. Honestly wish that I was creative enough to make design codes. I think I could if I put my mind to it, but it's too difficult and I'm too fussy to finalize the design code. Anyway, to finalize our build today, we're going to go around and add some rabbits because, you know, it is a rabbit island, so we need all the rabbit decorations that we can get. And I especially love these bunny garden decorations. I think they're so adorable. And obviously you can't go wrong with some drop socks outside Able Sisters. You know, why not? Now I think this is still a little bit plain, so we're going to decorate it with Wheatfield and a cruiser bike and a lovely mush stall. I must remember to use mush furniture more. I feel like I always forget. Maybe I should do a mushroom forest island. That could be cute and fun. Oh well, there we go. Future idea for an island. But anyway, we have finished today's Able Sisters build. We're at the part of the video now though where we're going to do a tour of everything we built today. So it's quite a small area. To be honest, I think most of these builds are going to be small but very detailed areas, just so that I can stretch them out over 25 days, because otherwise I will just sit here and build all day. Honestly, and the island will be finished. But here is a closer look at Able Sisters. I love the little flower garden that we've got to the left side. Love the little cloves in front as well, and this little sewing spot. It feels like it's cluttered enough to fulfill my cluttering needs, but also you're able to walk around with ease, which is how I like most of my islands to feel anyway. I like cluttered, but I also like it to feel easy to walk around and not too, you know, stressful to figure out where to go. Now we still do have the peninsula to decorate. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna wait till I do my beaches, so maybe I can incorporate it all together and it will flow very nicely. But overall, I think I'm so happy with the build. I don't know what I'm gonna put behind resident services yet. We might do that next. I think I will. I think tomorrow's video will be resident services. But there we have it. We've finished the build. I hope you all enjoyed it. I had so much fun and I can't wait to tackle tomorrow's build. Now, if you liked the video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Come join the Jellybean family. Have the most wonderful of days, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.